Yeah, first off, I'd like to say, Providence played a heck of a game. That's a really good team that we played. David Duke is man, he's as good as any guard as there is in America right now. I thought he was tremendous today. He gave us fits on both ends of the floor. Nate Watson's an absolute animal. So that's a really well-coached team. Coach Cooley does a great job. So, but I was really proud of our guys. The response that our guys had, and we always use the quote, the Albert Einstein quote. Adversity introduces a man to himself, and we didn't play perfect by any means. By any means, we made a lot of mistakes. I make mistakes. I probably should have called a timeout a hair earlier there at the end when they were going on their run. I was trying to save our timeouts for the end, but our guys, I knew even in that huddle, and we were down by 7. I felt good about our team. I just told him, I said, focus on the execution, make the extra pass. We're going to press. We had plenty of fouls to give. We could be really aggressive in our press, which we created a couple turnovers, and our guys never flinched. And, I felt like our team was connected from the start of the game all the way to the finish. And that's the way that we have to be in order to have success in this league, because if you're not, you'll get exposed very, very quickly, which I didn't think we were a connected group against St. John's. But I was proud of our guys' response tonight. We're going to enjoy this win today and keep it moving.
Coach Colby said that the final play was originally designed for Adam. Can you talk just sort of when you design a play like that to have multiple options in case Adam made a decision to pass it out to Paul? What goes into drawing a play up like that?
Yeah, we went with Colby over Jason just in that at the end of the game as well, just because we felt like he could add a little bit more spacing on the floor. Adam, it's just a simple action with a little DHO to kind of create a driving lane for Adam. And I felt like that action had worked a couple times throughout the game. And I told Adam, just make the right play out of it. If it's to kick it, you have Paul over there in that right corner. You got Colby kind of in that right slot area, and Nate in the left corner. So you got a lot of space with Zach putting pressure on the rim. And we really wanted to attack Nate Watson. Nate's a really good player, but we wanted to attack him in the ball screen situation, the DHO, the dribble handoff. And Adam made a great play, did what the game told him to do. And then how about the IQ and the wherewithal that Paul had? Right? So Paul catches the ball over there in that corner. He knew where Colby was because we had really good spacing on the floor, but he also had an awareness of where the clock was. And Colby made a huge shot. And, I was proud of Colby. Colby's been going through a lot of stuff off the court and was with his family, and I was just really proud that and excited for him to knock in that shot that he made there at the very end.
Adam? You touched on it there at the end, but knowing what he's been through in the last 48 hours, to watch him step into a game-winning shot like that, what's that like from your seat over there on the bench?
Very emotional. He had a family member pass away, and a family member that he's really, really close with, and due to COVID-19, and man, it's surreal. I couldn't. Just emotional. I'm so happy for him because I know he's going through a lot. And his teammates have been there for him. Our staff has as well. And man, just couldn't be happier for him, just with the circumstances.
Jody?
Yeah, Travis, just looking at the play from an amateur's perspective, when Paul got the ball in the corner, it looked like Colby was going to crash the glass, but then relocated to the three-point line. Was that just instinct on his part, or was that part of the plan you drew up that in case Paul got trapped that he would relocate the three-point line?
Yeah, I told those guys because of where we were, obviously, the amount of time, we'd have to foul right away, Joe, if we did miss. So I told them we're crashing all 5 guys to the glass and be aggressive. Just foul them. Who cares? Because, again, if they call it, at least it saves a little bit of time on the clock. So I think Colby initially had thought that Paul was going to shoot it. And then, like I said, Paul made a great play there at the end and went one more right over to find a wide open Colby, and Colby is ready to knock it in. But great play by Colby and Paul. A lot of times, Joe, I want to say this too. Coaches get way too much credit. The players deserve all the credit, man. It wasn't the play. Players made the play. Adam Kunkel, heck of a kick out. Great extra pass by Paul. Great shot by Colby. Nothing more than that.
Brandon? Travis, you've mentioned a couple times this year your team just having the it factor and seeing that to have two buzzer beaters and Big East play, and like you said, you were down a few there, and in the huddle, you guys didn't lose faith, or you felt the confidence from your guys. What is it about this team again that just has that it factor? It's kind of crazy to see two buzzer beaters in Big East play.
Yeah, I think our guys, it's the personality of our team, man. Like, they're unflappable. And, we talk about that. We want to embody undeniable confidence. It's one of our core values of our program. And regardless of circumstances, I don't care how much we're down, how much we're up, we're going to play all 40 minutes. And we're going to execute, focus on the things that we can control. But it starts with our older guys, right? Jason Carter, Paul Scruggs. I thought, again, they provide really, really good leadership for our team.
Jed?
What might get lost in that buzzer beater is the final defensive possession that seemed like it lasted about 5 minutes, just with the amount of deflections and the review and all of that. But to be able to kind of clamp down after you had already gotten a turnover to make it a one-possession game, how big was that to even set up what we saw?
Huge. We had talked about as a staff at that point, whether we should just start fouling or not, because they had been scoring. Now, we were on a run there during that little stretch here at the very end of the game, but, they went on a 12-0 run. They seemed like they were scoring every single possession, so I was like, man, do we trust our defense to get a stop? And I just said, hey, fellas, hey, listen, if we can't get a stop here, then we don't deserve to win the game, bottom line. And our guys toughened up, got it done, and allowed us to, to be able to make a big-time play on the offensive end at the very end of the game.
You talk about embodying undeniable confidence, but realistically, the situation looked pretty bleak there. I think Noah Horchler hit a three over there on the wing, and you call a timeout with 1:07 left. Your team's down 73-66. What was that huddle like? Did anything in that huddle give you an idea that your team was prepared to go out and win this game and take it?
I just told those guys, I said, hey, fellas, we've been here before. Let's execute. Let's take it one possession at a time. Say, hey, fellas, we're going to run. We drew up a play, got Nate a wide open three, right, against the zone. Nate knocked it in because we knew they were going to be in 2-3 zone. Their 2-3 was affecting us in a big way, I thought. And then we were able to get into our press, and then kind of the rest is history, right? Then we ran the same play again, and I told them, hey, I think Zach will be open on the slip this time. Told Adam, and he was, and boom, got another good look. And then obviously we got some timely stops there at the very end and created a couple turnovers out of our press, and there you go. But again, that's why you play 40 minutes, man. You don't play 39. And again, we've been, I know this at Xavier during my time here as an assistant coach and head coach, we've been wearing the other shoe before, right? We're up by 6 or 7 and we've lost a game. That's why, again, you have to play all 40 minutes. You have to play every single possession.